Have you ever said those words?
Yes, girl. I have. Let the saints say.
You're guilty.
Yeah. Welcome to the Timely Fountain Podcast.
Hello.
Where we talk about life issues
and enjoy some good tea
at the same time.
At the same time.
What tea do we have today, Mom?
You know, I'm sorry. I like that blackberry tea so much.
Oh, it's so good.
Blackberry and sage.
So good.
Too. We're going to have some more of that.
Some more.
Okay. Let's get this tea poured because we're going to have a conversation.
This is going to be...
That's going to require tea or something stronger.
Yes.
Oh. Stronger for the ones that don't drink like us. Maybe some mocktails.
Yes, mocktails. This is going to be a very interesting conversation. I'll let you start it off, Mom.
Got to have the sugar. Let me tell you. Let me ask you something. Have you ever cursed in some of your conversations? Have you ever cursed? Okay, you might say, okay, what you mean? Okay, let's be frank. Let's let the cat out of the bag. Have you ever said the 3-letter words that start with D? Have you ever said the 4-letter word that start with S? We don't use God name in vain, so we ain't gonna even discuss that. Yeah. Have you ever said the 4-letter word that starts with the F? Have you ever said the 5-letter word that starts with the B? Have you ever, some people just get down and dirty. Have you ever starts with an M and it's got an F in it too? Have you ever said those two words? Some people can just get down and dirty with those words. Down and dirty with those words. Okay, let me ask you, have you ever said those words? Yes. I mean, have you ever said...
Yes, girl. I have.
There's some of the words we have not said.
And let the saints say...
You're guilty. Yes. Get on your knees.
Listen, yes, it repents.
And repent.
It repent.
Yes.
I'm not gonna act like an angel, y'all. Okay. Mm-hmm. We gotta break this thing down. Yes, Mama, I have my vocabulary has been very colorful. I have used it all. I don't use the Lord's name in vain. I don't play that one. I don't play with that one. But sometimes when we get frustrated, you get frustrated and
sometimes people can really bring it out in you.
Yes.
And,
sometimes you got one toe in and one toe out, You
have to really catch yourself.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm guilty of the one
that starts with S.
With the S. I've said it sometimes. I had to catch myself. But as far as getting down and dirty with some of the other stuff, no.
Do you think it depends on who says it? So do you think as somebody who is saved, right, and Christian world, do you think that, or somebody who is a part of I would say a religion, do you think that there's maybe some red tape there when it comes to swearing and cursing compared to people who are what we say in our religion of the world? Do you think it matters?
Well, yeah, I think it does matter, you all, and I would say we shouldn't curse. We'll say that. But I would say sometimes you might get a little frustrated and you might say some of those words, which is not a good practice. I don't condone it. Like I said, those 2 words, I tell you 2 words that I've said. The other word that start with an M, I've said that way back in the past.
Have you said the B word?
I said the B word in the past too.
In the past?
Which is not good to say that, you all. It's not good to say it. And I guess when it comes to saying things like that, it comes from a place of maybe frustration, place that you feel that you was not being treated right. Maybe someone was getting on your nerves.
So you're saying
And
that's a way for people. That's a way for people that they can express themselves,
can express themselves,
their emotions,
their emotions. And a lot of times when you have those conversations with people and people having those conversations, that might be the time that they're really honest, because they really tell you how they really feel about it, about things or things they're gonna say or do, than to be trying to say it in their mind, but they're still saying the same thing. Grant, like I said, we shouldn't do it, and you don't want to offend people. So if you say it, you need to apologize. Apologize, but don't just keep saying it if you know that person don't want to hear. Don't keep saying it if you know a person don't want to hear it. And I guess it depends on the company you're in too.
And exactly, they're offensive because I can say for me, it definitely depends on the company that you are. Because I have known people from the church, to curse and ran into some older people without really going into their identity, where they've used the word, they frustrated, and they may use the S word. And we're from the South, so they have a twang with it. So it's like it's like that. It's like man, please, or girl, please, or boy, bye. And so that's what they really mean. But I've heard older people say that, and then it just depends on the times that people were raised in. Where I would say that demographically, I feel like there's a lot of factors into how somebody expresses themselves, especially through swearing and stuff. Like you said, it can be their environment, the people that they are in front of. So you may have somebody. This is just an example. Say they go to church, and we're talking about the Christian faith. We're from the South, so we're just going to we're just going to mention something that we can relate to. We hope you can too, for the ones that are from the South. And if not, maybe you can learn something from it. But I have known people to, to be working in the ministry, and God bless you, sister. God bless you, brother. But when they get with their family members doing Christmas, Thanksgiving, sometimes Easter, the holidays, they may have some colorful language there.
They cut loose.
They have a good time. They cut loose.
Foot loose.
Yeah.
Brother, sister.
And they're
don't forget about the drinking too.
Yeah, drinking. But yes, and or they're with their co-workers, or just it's like it just depends. But it's kind of going back to what you always tell me: just be yourself at all times, because when not, you have to have different masks on at different times.
And you don't want to be doing that. But I can't say coming up, me nor my sisters. Our brothers, we never cursed in front of mom or dad. We never did. Seriously, because if you thought you was gonna do something like that, hey, you have a slap on your head. No, or switch on your booty. So we did not curse in front of our parents. We did not do that.
Well,
none of us did.
Y'all have allowed me to express my
Mama really didn't curse.
Mama didn't curse.
No. I mean, Dad would say like a few words, like the words I said, like the D word, like the S word. But he didn't get down and dirty with it. And very seldom he said something like that. He only said it mainly if he got a little frustrated about something. But he really wasn't heavy. He was not a heavy cursor. Yeah,
that's something I've had to work on. I would say a little bit. I may say like the D word, and you go on my YouTube channel, I say that sometimes, or like the S word, or sometimes the B word. But honestly, I just think that it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress, and I'm not I don't think I'm not one of those people that swear that I'm able to say a whole conversation cussing somebody out. I'm not one of those type of people.
Some people just down and dirty, and their mouth is totally dirty. Every word,
Yes.
every other word they say is a curse word.
And you know
I don't know
it
what you're getting out of all of that.
It flows quite well. So logistically, I was just like, wow. It's just like people just can go on with it. It's just like, wow. Wow.
And
really?
it's a way to get your attention. But I will say, and I have noticed you all, and I think, the science has said it too. For people a lot of times that are very expressive like that and really get really emotional, really worked up like that, that's when they're most honest. Yes. That's when they're most honest. Not saying that, people can be honest and they don't have to use those words. But for people that do use those words, that's the time that they're most honest.
And it can be like be like an outlet for them to like relieve
their
their stress. And you may say, well, why would they want to relieve their stress by saying those type of words? Well, some people do. Okay.
It might be their way to do that in order to keep from physically hitting someone or something.
Right.
Who knows? Some people say things like that too to let you know, okay, don't mess with me. Yeah. I'm not the one to mess with. They're established their boundaries. So they figure they can tell you that, right? Hey, you gonna back off. Hell, I ain't gonna mess with them. They crazy. I'm backing off from them.
Have you ever known somebody to be quiet and then all of a sudden they get somebody that word? If I use the F word.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
don't mess with me.
Yeah, I have known people like that.
Yes, and it's
Sally
surprising.
Sue Jane or whoever, you say, oh, they so sweet stuff, but make them mad. Woo, you see a different side of them.
Yeah, so something else come out there, and then you know what?
Sometimes they be in church, and a lot of times church people are guilty of saying, you know what? I lay my religion down at the door.
Yes,
which is not good, you all.
Yes.
We should never lay it down at the door and pick it back up.
Yes.
Once we get through saying things and doing things like that, or hitting people and junk like that.
Oh no!
No. We should not do that. We should not do that.
I agree with that.
So I mean, but the thing about, like I said, the biggest thing is, have you ever cursed? Have you ever cursed? Or are you guilty of it?
And some people just do it out of humor.
People, that's not really cursing when I use just the D word or the B word. Or the A word. I forgot about the A word.
Yes.
Oh, the A word. It's in the Bible. Well, but you're not using Bible contents. You use it.
Let me tell y'all about my mother, okay, with the A word. She was one of those mothers that did not play. She did not spare the rod for me, okay? I was not spoiled. I had my share of lashings, okay? And she would let me know real quick, yeah, she would use that word.
I haven't used that word in years though.
Yeah. She's like, sit your little sit your little butt down, just play. My mother, she would let me and my sister know, and specifically me, because I was hard headed. I was hard headed, and I was trying to test them limits.
She tested them too.
Yes. I knew better not to do that anymore, but I think sometimes that's a Southern thing too. I will say it depends on how you were raised up, because some people in their environment, some people don't tolerate using curse words, swear words in their home.
And some of the children, they're worse than the parents are.
Yes.
As far as using them words.
Yes.
They're worse.
And sometimes, like, I look at some of these comedians online, and Lord knows I love to laugh. But sometimes I feel like a joke can be told without using a curse word. It can still, the point is still made without you using that colorful language, because that colorful language can kind of like take away from it. Or if you're having like a special occasion, just I guess finding other ways to humor yourself
Yeah, I
other than
guess
using the
a
words.
form of humor.
It
Yeah,
really is.
it'll get people going.
It can get people
It'll
going.
get people going.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't like to say, you know, we don't listen to go around and listen. And I will tell you, I do not go around and listen to you all. I'm just telling you what I was guilty of doing. And the A word, or in the Bible, like they say, well, you know, ass is in the Bible. Yes, I have said that in the past. I have said it. I ain't used that in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But I have said it in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, you know, just like we were saying, you just got to be careful how you use it and who you use it around and all of that. And
Yeah. Kids
and stuff like that. But as far as cursing in front of people's kids and and stuff like that, I'm not guilty of that. No, I would never do that.
Yeah. But I guess kind of like
That's
what
a
you
lack
were
of
saying.
that's a lack of respect.
It does add to somebody's all. It can add to somebody just being themselves. Now, you know, if they're a cursor, they have a sailor's mouth, as they say, they just do. And sometimes people are like that. And I've met people, they just curse up a storm and just like, all right, so-and-so, well, you have a good day. And, you know, just call it a day. But really, it's about being yourself. But if you can think of those moments to use, I would say to use another type of language, or not to say it at all, that will be fine too. But if you choose to use it, that's just you being you. You're grown.
And when you think about it, you know, you're getting ready to use it. Just put a cup up to your mouth, get to drinking something, or put a piece of gum in, or a piece of candy, or a cracker or something.
I don't know, Mom.
As they say, try to close your own mouth, or try to chastise your own mouth.
Yeah, and sometimes even, you know, just asking God too, especially if you're trying
Ask God to deal with that mouth.
Deal with your mouth,
especially you get down and dirty with it, as they say. Mm-hmm. So next time you all, when you're having a when a person's having a conversation with you, and you're having a conversation, you always need to meet a person, I guess, where they are. Try to look beyond those words, because sometimes they can really be trying to tell you something, but sometimes we express ourselves in different ways, and they might not know how to express themselves other than the way they're doing it. That's probably their way of being honest. Try to look beyond that, and just try to really understand what the person is telling you. You know, don't get so caught up in the words. If they're using God's name in vain, then okay, whoa. But other than that, try to be a good listener and try to look beyond that. 'Cause I have looked beyond that, and I've had to do it in many instances. Family members, you know, and I'm gonna be frank with you, family members, patients, and everybody else. It's just the way it is.
Yep, your daughter.
You know, you just have to do it. But my daughter don't do any hard cursing, because she knows better.
Yeah.
And if she do say the little words she said, I look at her, she's, oh, okay, I'm sorry. You know,
I'm not perfect.
You know. That's what she says. I guess that's a thing too. Kids are different then. Like I said, we knew not to say anything. We knew it was over. We said something. And they're different, and they're grown in their 30s and 40s and all of that. And even in their late 20s, you might hear some of them words coming from your loved ones or from your children. Now, let me tell you, these children that's 6 and 7 and 9 and 10, 11, 12, 13, all like that. And they laying a strong cursing on you. Oh, no. You need to check that at the door. You need to check that at the door. You know, I would say, you know, that's between you and your child. But I would say if you allow your child to disrespect you and your house like that, and their children like that, I think you have a problem on your hands. It might be something you need to investigate and see what you need to do next.
Yep,
because you know they're not adults, you all, and you can't make excuses for them. But if they're in their 30s and 40s, you're not gonna like it. You might say, okay, all right, Don't be saying all that now. But that's about all you can do because they're grown.
Yep.
They are grown.
I hear that sometimes.
You know. Yeah, they are grown. But like I said, she knows she don't get down and dirty with that kind of stuff.
No, I don't.
She don't.
Yep.
So we would say language is a powerful and colorful tool, you all. And it is an extension of our personality. So sometimes that's the way people express themselves. And that's what you have to remember. So if that's the way people express themselves, other than your children, even if if there's other children that you know of talking to you like that, okay, we're gonna check that at the door. Talk to you later. Then we're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
But a lot of times that's their way of being their or authentic self. Authentic self.
That's it.
So the cursing, like I said, the cursing. Let me ask you. And I think I already asked you that. Do you curse? Have you cursed? And if you're doing a lot of it, what you gonna do about it? Okay, I guess it's just something for you to think about it. Try drinking something when you feel you're getting to that point. Try praying.
Drinking what?
Water or something, not alcohol, because that would make the situation worse. Sometimes people, and this is what I've noticed too. Have you ever been around a person that they didn't curse or anything? They were just really sweet and I say good at two shoes. But once they got a drink in their hands or in their mouth, like a whole new different person.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, what? Now, like I say, I don't drink. We don't drink.
Never had.
But I have been around people that were sweet until they got a drink in their hand. And once they got a drink in their hand, they became a whole new different person. It was totally on. You learn things about them, like I said, you didn't even know. And really, that's my daughter's little doll talking. You learn things about them that you never even know. And really, I think that's when they're most honest. When a person, get the drinking, because they say when you get the drinking, the real you comes out. And I'm going to tell you, I believe that too. The real person comes out when you get the drinking. Then people get apologized. Oh, no, I didn't mean to say that. I don't know what came over me. The real you came over you. That's what came over you, the real you. But okay, so what you want to leave them with?
We're going to leave y'all with enjoy life
and breathe.
We'll see y'all next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.